Okay, we're back with this landing business. Now, my last video generated quite a few comments. Some contradictory to each other's, but some I'm taking on board, namely to try and flare a little bit less rather than more. I've adjusted the curve slightly on my throttle. I have now assigned the wheel brakes to a slider, and I'm going to put the slider on about 25%. So that any use of the rudder will engage the wheel brakes, which is kind of interesting. It's an interesting approach. It's a bit of a cheat, but it kind of makes sense. Anyway, and we're also going to try, hopefully, a curved approach rather than the straight in. And I'm going to use this runway that you can see just to the right here, just in front of my right wing cannon. I'm going to use that runway there. So I'm going to turn left now and set up. Okay, so we are turning left, and I've throttled right back. I'm now going to put this right rudder in. That's about enough, and about 1 notch of nose up, that'll do. Okay, waiting for the speed to come through 160, there it is, gear. Okay, we need to keep coming around. Come on. Ugh. Now we've got a turn rate going on. Okay, there's the threshold over there. That's where I'm going to land. So what are we at? 140. I'm just pulling the flaps down now and arresting that. Okay, now so we're going to try this curved approach. Now, I wish I could pause it here, but I've got the brakes set to the. I've got the brakes set on a slider, so I'm setting the brake. You can see the brake pedal just moving if you can in the sun there. It's a bit difficult to see. See the brake pedal moving. It's on about 30%. Okay, and I need to turn in. I need to turn in. Okay, speed's 120. Okay. Right. So I don't know if we got that right or not, but we sort of did a curved approach. I'm not sure whether I should have come in closer to the threshold when I roll out, but anyway, we're here now. Right, let's see. So I've got to not flare quite as much as I have been doing, and I've got to see if this system with the brakes is any better. Okay, I don't need to apply brakes now. Okay, so we fly down the runway. Not flaring as much as I have been. Okay, chop the throttle. Right. No, there's that right wing drop. Every time. Ah, it's so bizarre. That was better, but there's just this strange tendency for that right wing to drop. I just don't understand it. Everything else is perfect. I mean, I'm getting reasonably confident now that I can bring it in on that finals and get the wheels to touch at a good speed. I tried flaring less. I've tried flaring more. I'm really running out of ideas. Let's try once more. Okay, same again. We're going to land at that airfield there at my 1 o'clock low. We're going to turn left first, and we're going to set the... Can I set anything yet? No. Okay, I'm going to set the rudder. We're going to set the brakes, so we'll do all that now. Here we go. Right, setting the brake to about 1/3. Throttle back. Rudder trim to about there. Get the turn going. Come on, turn. There we go. Turn. That's better. As soon as the speed hits 160, I'm bringing the flaps down. Sending at 1,000 feet per minute. The descent rate's good. There's 160. Flaps. A little bit of power. There's my threshold over there. Good. You can see it. Okay, 140. Holding the nose up and bringing the flaps down. There we go. Lovely. Okay. Just applying some bit more power now as we come around in this corner. Okay, we're balanced. Aircraft's really nicely balanced in this turn. I've got good visibility of that threshold now. We're coming in a bit earlier than we did last time, which could be good. Not coming in so far out. It's a nice curved approach. Okay, now it's starting to roll out on the threshold. I'm just going to reduce the throttle. Now I'm trimming my nose up to that 1 notch. I might go for a bit more than 1, say 1 and a fraction. Okay, it's starting to line up now. The curved approach I think helps you see the threshold, but I don't, it's good for that, but I don't know if it actually helps with anything else, but it certainly helps you see the threshold because you're looking out to the side of the nose rather than down the line of it. Okay, 120, good airspeed, trimmed out nicely. It's a good glide approach. There's nothing wrong with this. This should work. Okay. Then we chop the throttle. Just start flying down in a second, just as we get the ground rush. Here comes the ground rush. Chop the throttle, chop the throttle. Not flaring so bad. Okay, now on the rudders. Dancing on the rudders. Back on the stick. Dancing on the rudders. Dancing on the rudders. Back on the stick. Back on the stick. Right rudder, right rudder, right rudder, right rudder. Left rudder. Hey, we did it! Left rudder, left rudder, left rudder. Whew. Okay. 2 relatively decent landings. It's not been easy. I tell you what, having this rudder set on the, having the brakes set on the slider, well, that's a nice little trick. I think I'm going to go for about, that's 50% brake on. You can see, let's just have a look at this now. So this is assigned to a slider. Full, 50, 0. So I can just leave it on about, say, looking at these gauges over here, leave it on about 4. I suppose that's 4 pounds per square inch of air pressure. I don't know. Leave it on 4. Just when it goes, and then use that. And as I tap the rudders, it's automatically braking because the brakes are already partially on. They're just being held on. The slightly shallower flare seems to have worked. And then I had the stick fully back in the pit of my stomach whilst I was doing my little dance on the rudders. I think I may need a tiny bit more rudder curve. As you can see, I've got quite a lot of play there and they're not moving much. I don't actually, if that's full extension though, it's kind of hard. There's not really much movement there overall though. Don't think it's going to make much difference. But okay, I'm tempted to try a third one just to see if it goes to shit again. Should we try a third one? Yeah, let's do it. Okay, there's the airfield we're going to land at. Same again. Let's get cracking. Throttle back, prop full forward. Check the rudder is on about there. A little bit of nose up trim left. In we go. Setting the brake now to about the 40% mark, that 4 pounds or whatever it was. A little bit of left trim. Actually, no, I'll keep the right trim, but I'll use the rudder. Around we go in the left-hand turn. 180, 170, 160. Gear down. Turning left still. There's my threshold behind me. 140. Flaps. Pulling the nose back. Pulling the nose back. Good. And power on now. -6. Somewhere between -6 and -4. Keeping the nose up. Oh, need more speed. Need more speed. Getting slow. There's the sun in the face there. Okay, I can shallow off this curve. Okay, there we are approaching the runway. Just got to get a bit more nose up. Okay, we're not on a good angle here. We're too square. That's all right. Now we can fix it. Just shallowed off the corner. Yeah, it does really help having the runway out there. It's just much easier to see it. Thanks, Mr. Palmar, for that tip. Okay, here we are now. 120. 120. Good airspeed. Bang on the button. Lining up nicely. Oh, the curved approach. Yeah, that does help. Ha ha ha! It's so good for visualizing where you are. Okay. Throttling back. Left rudders in. Right, 120. Bang on the button. Jeez. Now we slow down. Start flying down the runway. Okay, here comes the ground rush. Just a tiny bit of flare. Chopping the throttle. Back on the nose, back on the nose. Brakes, brakes. Left, 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 left. Back stick, fully back. Right, right, right. right full. Holy moly! Holy moly, twice in a row. I'm stunned. Well, there's a combination of factors here, but I think the key one of all of them has been assigning the brakes to a lever, a sliding lever, and then setting them to about 4 and just leaving them there. Second good tip, that came from, oh crap, sorry, it was someone who commented on my last YouTube video, and I don't have the video in front of me, so I can't credit you because I can't see your name. I'd really like to. I'll make sure I make a note of your name in the description. Thanks for that. Mr. Palmar, Thomas Palmar, who gave me the tip to use the curved approach and also perhaps to flare less rather than more. I think someone else mentioned I should flare less. I know someone said I should flare more, but it turns out I should flare less. And then keeping that stick in the back of the pit after the aircraft has all 3 wheels down, and then that using the rudders with that brake setting. I think we've done it. I'm a lot happier than I was 12 hours ago, that's for sure. Thanks everyone. I'm going to keep practicing, but I'm hoping that now we've got this sorted, it's all happy days.